BassMage came into Summit hoping just to win one set. He left Summit with a major top 8 and 4 big-time upsets under his belt, including 3 wins on 2 players highly ranked in our PGRU Contenders series, Goblin and Chag twice. This was BassMage's chance to prove he and the immensely buff Jigglypuff belong on Smash Ultimate's biggest stage, and prove it he did, resting and forward throwing his way to Jigglypuff's best result in Smash Ultimate's history. Let's take you through just how he did it, and how he was eventually taken down. Many were introduced to BassMage through his first set Sunday, facing off against another one of the Summit Dark Horse Vodens, Lavish, an extraordinarily flashy Crom player from Michigan. BassMage eviscerated Lavish, and his use of Jigglypuff's forward throw stood out. BassMage found openings that led to forward throw 11 times in his 4 games against Lavish, dealing 373.5% worth of damage of those openings, an average of 34% per opening, and finding 6 KOs. Even when BassMage wasn't finding the KO off the forward throw, he was putting Lavish in a spot where one wrong move meant death. Even the 5 forward throw strings that didn't directly KO still left Lavish at 50%, bringing rest KOs on deck. Lavish was able to steal Game 2 with a smart suicide up B, and Game 4 was close as a result of some sharp punishes, but Crom's limited recovery allowed BassMage to dominate the set, thanks to Jigglypuff forward throw alone. If you, like many others, didn't know BassMage before this loser's bracket destruction of Lavish, which included a sub 1 minute Game 3, here's an introduction. BassMage boasts one of Ultimate's biggest level ups since the lockdown period. In the first 2 PGRU seasons, BassMage made a few top 8s at C-tier monthly events in his home state of Arizona, but at his first 2 S-tier events, EVO 2019 and Genesis 7, he finished 97th and 193rd respectively. The quarantine grind paid off immediately. Despite an early upset at the hands of So Good Pop at Riptide, BassMage rattled off a run to 49th that included one of the tournament's biggest upsets, as he eliminated one of the favorites, Cola, at 65th. At Low Tide City, BassMage would go on another huge losers run, this one 9 sets long, culminating in a reverse 3-0 over Send. Tournament after tournament, BassMage proved his huge upset potential. He took down Larry Lur at the SWT NA West Regional Finals, Kurama at Port Priority 6, and to close out 2021, Tilde and Gluttony at the SWT Championships. It's not just BassMage's dedication that we're seeing here though. Jigglypuff's been working out some too. Jigs is one of the most buffed characters since Smash Ultimate's release, with a good bulk of those changes coming either during the quarantine period or just before it in the 6.0.0 patch. Patch 6.0 brought an array of changes to Puff, including the 2 most directly visible in BassMage's Summit run. The changes to her down air drill attack, which now allowed her to land without lag out of a short hop, greatly increasing its combo potential, and the changes to her forward throw, which newly sent opponents at a much flatter angle, setting up for more potent edge guards. Jigglypuff also enjoyed some nice buffs in the final patch, 13.0, which reduced the lag on her back air and made Jab a terrifying combo starter capable of putting opponents into tech scenarios. Look at some of BassMage's big upsets from 2021 and you'll see these buffs at work. At the Smash World Tour Championships against Tilde, you can see the dare put the poor bird in the blender. You can see the forward throw lead to Sen's demise twice, and effectively seal Gluttony's fate at 0.
With that bike.
Yeah, I mean, the bike almost seems like it's been doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
You know, essentially. Oh, you're caught. You don't have a jump, sir. You don't have a jump. You don't have a chance.
But BassMage's Summit run cannot be chalked up to the forward throw alone. The 11 forward throws against Lavish were a third of his forward throws from the entire tournament. He would earn 22 more forward throws throughout the weekend, and no more than 5 in a single match. Despite finding 6 KOs off the forward throw against Lavish, he would only find 2 more KOs directly off forward throw against his other opponents combined. Both, ironically enough, came in sets he lost, against Light in the Gauntlet phase and against Proto-Banham in his final match of losers. He would also lose 2 stocks as a direct result of his attempts to edgeguard after forward throws, both desperate attempts in the sets against Tweak and Proto-Banham respectively. A closer examination of the Lavish set shows that while the forward throw is absolutely a game-changing buff for Jigglypuff, another change from that patch is getting overshadowed, the down air. Jigglypuff's ability to pick up kill openings at low percent with aerial combo starters isn't exactly unique. We saw it all weekend long at Summit, with Spargo's back air to forward air combo to end MKLeo's winner's run as the most memorable example. But as great as Cloud's aerials are, you need to be at the very edge of the stage to pull that kind of thing off. Thanks to Jigglypuff's incredible air stats, the game's best air acceleration and second best airspeed behind only Yoshi, the dare buff means Jigglypuff can start a devastating combo just about anywhere on the stage. Indeed, when it came to those devastating forward throw strings against Lavish, dare was the combo starter that led to 2 of the 6 KOs and nearly half of the damage. That pattern would continue against the rest of BassMage's opponents. Far and away, the starter that was the most reliable and led to the most damage was down air. Jigglypuff's side special, Pound, had a slightly higher average damage per opening, largely because these strings started closer to 0, but BassMage only chained a forward throw out of Pound 3 times compared to 10 times for the down air. Even though the forward throw didn't dominate the Chag and Goblin sets like it did the Lavish set, BassMage's ability to force these players into kill percent off of one opening was critical. Indeed, as with the Lavish set, Chag and Goblin both took upwards of 35% from forward throw strings in their losses to BassMage, and even though none of these directly led to kills, the fear of the ledge that these situations created would turn out to be critical against each player. First, in pools against Chag, BassMage turned around a bleak-looking Game 5 by exploiting Chag's desire to claim center after a forward throw, turning a parried nair into a big rest.
Hello. You have to be ready for that. That's the Texas There it is. My God.
And then, with momentum fully on his side, BassMage takes the next stock by catching a landing after down throw, exploiting Chag's desire to hold in for forward throw and his anxiety following the unexpected landing situation. Later, against Goblin in the Gauntlet, we see the conditioning of forward throw pay off at the end of Game 1. After narrowly surviving an edge guard after a forward throw, Goblin makes his way back to center before a Jigglypuff nair forces a missed tech. Rightfully scared of another forward throw given Roy's limited recovery options, Goblin tries to roll in to beat the chase and is greeted with a rest. Of the players to face BassMage and take over 20% per forward throw string, Light was the only one to emerge victorious. That's in part because he only took 4 throws, and one of them led to one of BassMage's hottest clips of the weekend.
So quickly.
Oh, here we go. You know what time it is.
Oh, you cannot escape
Jab,
this.
jab,
You cannot
dash,
escape this.
Oh my God. Station. Oh,
No,
that's
that's
it.
it.
You're
He's
dead.
gonna
You're
die.
dead.
You're
You're
gonna die.
dead.
It's
You
so
die off
broken.
one hit.
But it's also because Light was far more efficient in neutral, and despite Light's reputation for hyper-aggression, he didn't sell out for early kills. BassMage died at an average of 125% against Light, right in line with the 127.5 average death percent he had in his 4 Summit set wins. Light won in large part because he understood one of the biggest advantages Jigglypuff's weight grants, especially to a character like Fox who can sometimes struggle to kill after confirms like Nair to up smash stop working. She dies to stray light hits where other heavier characters wouldn't. Against Jigglypuff, Fox's back air is a kill move once again. Rather than having to find a committal up smash to take a stock, Light was able to play early parts of stocks without committing heavily, focus on damage, and then simply wait for the back air opening once Jigglypuff approached 100%. Just twice all weekend did BassMage drop a stock sub 100%. Once he fished for an edgeguard against Proto Bantam and simply whiffed everything, and there was also the aforementioned up B reversal from Lavish to take game 2 of their set. Jigglypuff is frail, but that frailty can bait opponents into swinging exactly the kind of high-risk options that give her the opening she needs. Yeah, she might die to that charge smash at 50%, but with that aerial mobility, how is she getting hit by it? Like Light, Tweak and Dabuzz didn't fall for the trap of selling out for KO options against a character that now possesses one of the scariest punish games in the entire cast. Rather, they played neutral, built their damage, and took their KOs with safe pokes like Diddy Kong and Olimar's back airs. But this is easier said than done. The threat of Jigglypuff's punish game makes every second the game drags on that much more tense, and each interaction demands that much more precision as a result. Perhaps we should have seen BassMage's big run coming. Not only has he been on a steady upwards trajectory since the return of Offline Smash with the huge Cola and Send wins to his name prior to Summit, but Jigglypuff's combination of punish game and lightness is a great equalizer. Thanks to Summit's format, BassMage didn't have to run through a gauntlet of solid players like JFlyT and So Good Pop and Ronichu, the types of players who have taken him out at open tournaments in the past before getting access to these upset opportunities. But in taking not just 1, but 4 sets from some of the world's strongest players, BassMage attained a new level this past weekend. Summit 4 will go down as the tournament where BassMage established himself as a top player and established Jigglypuff as a character that, at the very least, you had better do your homework on before the next major event. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, please check out PGstats.com and follow us for more information. This has been Turned Down for Walt. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Give me a 2-second clip to stick at the end of the credits. Say anything you want, like right now.